We are so happy to be practicing what we call resilience today. We're going to talk about what it means and possibly what we do well in our resilience test. And we're going to breathe and stretch through our poses and open up all of our portals of life to let whatever comes in into your body, and whatever leaves will leave you effortlessly, lovely, and wonderful right here on your mat. Lori lives on Gambier Island. She has a water taxi, so she's really valued because she brings us things like gas and food. Thank you. And she's also a beautiful yogi. And we have a mat here, and she has behind her head a blanket, or you could have put a pillow or nothing. 2 blocks, a squishy ball, a spiky ball, or a round myofascial release ball, and a strap. So once you've decided that you're going to come to your mat, just wander on over and possess the ground and feel yourself becoming supported by Mother Earth. Take a moment to appreciate the parts of your body that are now touching the ground. Just watch them. Feel whether there's any support or lack of support, maybe in a joint or in a back or in a muscle. And that particular area is crying out for some oxygen. So identify where you feel tight or sore. And I'd like you to consistently think about sending the message of the breath, oxygenation, healing to that area. Closing your mouth, take a deep breath in, filling up your belly, your ribs, holding that breath at the top. And then as you exhale, try to pull your diaphragm up and under your ribs and try to empty your lungs as much as you can. Think of how we don't breathe right to the bottom, and then breathe normally. So I want you to focus on really pushing out that out breath. Let's try that again. Inhale through the nose and you hold at the top. And then I'd like you to push it out, like physically push it out as hard as you can through your nose. And then when you get to the bottom, you're going to pull your diaphragm up under the ribs and you're going to empty some more until you think you can't go further. And then you're going to breathe normally. You feel that beautiful relief. Take a deep breath in through the nose, filling yourself up. There's no scarcity of air. And then we want to get scarcity of air. Pull it in, pull your belly in, the ribs in, pull your belly underneath, and then go right to the bottom. And then you've got more in there. You've got more. You've got more. You can do more. Keep going. Really use your lungs and then breathe normally. Really watch it. I'd like you to do 2 more and do the out breath as long as you can and go longer than you think you can. And when you've completed that last second breath, just breathe normally and watch it float and flow. Open your mouth with a, really let go of anything. Let's take a deep inhale again and open your mouth with a, feel the quiet within your body now. Feel that resilience of breath, our theme today, resilience. And then slowly bend your knees, bring your feet flat to the floor if they're not already there, and pause. Bring your right foot into center of mat and take that left heel on top of the right knee. Left heel on top of right knee. Pause there for a moment and feel how that feels so supportive for your lower back. It just kind of pushes your back into floor. I'd like you to bring your arms into the letter U shape, like a cactus. Elbows and shoulders are in a horizontal line, and fingers and elbows are in a vertical line. So check those. And just pause there and allow gravity to pull your arms into floor. How much can you let go of your lower back? How much can you let go of your shoulders? Are you holding anything in your shoulders between the wings? And then keeping the upper body very quiet. Start to rock your knees with heel on top, side to side. little rocks maybe, or bigger rocks. We want to make our back resilient, meaning that it can take pressure and it also can take twisting and turning. Resilience is defined the ability to absorb high levels of disruptive behavior, disruption and change, while minimally dysfunctional behavior, adjustment to misfortune of the change. So we've taken our back now, once again, a level of disruption from quiet to lower back rotation. And what we want to do through this practice of restorative is to have minimal dysfunctional behavior, meaning we don't want to have a sore back. So we have to practice resilience of the ability to turn. And then come back to center and pause and open your mouth with a ah. Keep your elbows in the ground and come into M shape now. So just keep your elbows where they are, but bring your palms into the ground. So all the way down into the opposite shape. And pause right there and check to see whether your fingers and your elbows are in a line. Check to make sure that your shoulder is pushing down on both sides. And pause there and start rocking again, your knees side to side. Does it feel different now in the pull of the shoulders? The ability to absorb high levels of disruptive change while minimal dysfunctional behaviors. Adjusting to the change. Are you adjusting to the spine? I'd like you to go a little further now. So we're adding more disruption to the twisting of the spine by going a little bit further. Engage in this challenge. Do a little risk and feel it. Fall a little further. Keep going. Keep going. Let the rebounding of the back to happen. That's what really highly resistant bodies are. They can bounce back. Go a little further now and a little quicker and see what happens. See if speed changes. Adding velocity really does make this more difficult to come back. Spring back, reconstruct, change the shape a little faster now. See if you can go really fast side to side, as if you're skiing down a slope and making those swishy turns side to side, feeling your new reality of your back. And on the last one, come all the way over to the left side with the heel on top. And then change the shape of your arms into U shape again. And pause and let gravity pull down on the side of the hip and the leg on the right and the shoulder on the right. If it gets too much, take that heel away and pause. And then start moving now your shoulders into M shape, both shoulders, and U shape, up and down, moving through spaces. And once again, watching the disruption of those muscles between the wings that get tight. And then what are we going to do to make more disruption? To teach those muscles not to stagnate, dealing with the adversity. We're going to hold those arms in U shape and pull the shoulders wide and push the back of the palm into ground and tuck your nose deep into your chest and breathe. And holding that pose. Pull the shoulders a bit wider and tuck the chin. How is that muscles at the side of the leg doing? Note them. And then release the shoulders. Come all the way back up to center with your legs. Open your mouth with a and bring both soles of feet together and let the knees drop out on the ground and bring your hands over top of your belly and watch the disruption change your body shape because of your resilience. Feel the even keel of the wave now. The big crashing waves are starting to settle. Feel the strength and mobility, the grit, the compassion of your body. Can you walk the heels a little closer to your groin? Taking your palms now and rubbing them together as fast as you can. Rub, 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 really fast, really fast, really fast. And then put them over top of your eyes and let your eyes just feel the warmth of it all. Open your mouth with a Let's do that again. Rub really fast, feeling the heat, feeling those eyeballs sing with joy, and then bring them on top and open your mouth with a oh. One last time. Here we go. Rub, rub, rub. Feel that glory. And then on top and open your mouth with a ah. Beautiful. Bring your hands back to your belly. Pause. What do you feel right now? What rebounded? We're practicing every single class, resilience of the body. As slow as you can, bring the knees to chest, hands to knees. Bring knees to chest and rock side to side. Ah, nice practice, everyone. Draw a circle with your tail. And are you happy with what's behind your head, or do you want to add something or take it away? And then stretch your legs along the floor and your arms above your head and have 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, big and full. Inhale, pull, pull, pull. Exhale, arching the spine. Exhale, one last time. Inhale, big and beautiful pulls. Exhale. Bring right arm down by your side and listen to that shoulder. Pause and watch. Take the left arm down by your side and pause and watch. Feel the subtlety of change and the resilience of your shoulders. Take the right foot and bend the knee and bring the foot flat to the floor and see how that feels. And then take the left heel, put it on the floor. How does your body feel now? We're going to take our hands over top of our belly and intertwine our fingers, and we're going to practice scarcity of breath again. The difference between full and empty. This time we're going to breathe in as much as we can, and we're going to push it all out, and we're going to hold the out breath for 10 and increase it to 20. Inhale, full belly breath through your nose, expand your ribs. Exhale when you're ready, all the way out, and hold that out breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe normally. Did you feel a little nervous? Or are you resilient when things get tough in life? Scarcity of Breath by Michael Easter is all about the scarcity brain that we have to learn to handle plentiful. Let's try that again. Inhale as big as you can, big as you can, big as you can. Push it all the way out to the end and then hold for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Breathe normally. When you're ready, open up your mouth with a ah. So did that make you nervous, being scarcity? Michael Easter talks about in his book why people like camping and why all these kids are trying Ironman and whatever, because the body craves to understand we're living in a society where we have everything and we don't train ourselves for scarcity. Let's try 20 out hold. Take a deep inhale as big as you can, watching your breath come in and then push it all out. And we'll start the 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Breathe normally and watch. And when you're ready, breath. Pause and wait. Feel the training you're doing of resilience of breath. Take your right heel on top of left kneecap. Bring your arms again into that U shape with fingers and elbow in horizontal, vertical line. And start rocking softly side to side. How resilient is your spine now? Let it sink in the resilience that we're training in the back. You're tuning neurologically your body to understand this twist. Let it ruminate throughout, pulsating. And then changing the shape a little bit more by pulling a little bit slower and more side to side. So asking that back to rotate and those hips. Adjustment. Listen. Keep going. Where's the grit in the movement? All right, here's the grit. Speed it up. Strong. You can do it. A little bit further, but watch your back. We're readjusting. We're training a resilience of our back exclusively, dynamically, expansive, supple, tough, versatile, adaptive backs. Buoyant. We can feel the buoyant and a little bit faster now. If it feels okay, feel the durability of your spine, the robustness. I have a robust spine. Last 4, last 3, last 2. And then bring heel on top, legs to right. Open mouth with a ah. Allowing gravity, pull on the left shoulder, allowing gravity to pull on what's called your tensor fascia lata, your iliotibial band at the side of the leg. And then you're going to take both shoulders and pull them as wide as you can in you. This is so that you can stand tall in your postures. Pull wide, tuck chin as deep as you can, really tuck chin, really deep, and then pull again, the shoulders super duper wide, super duper wide. Pull, pull. One more breath here. You're just about there. Pull. And then release the shoulders and open up your mouth with a ha, ha. Then bring the knees back up to center and pause. And then bring both soles together onto the floor. Ah, knees are dropping out as the soles are touching. And bring your hands over top of your belly again and feel that resilience. Ah, body resilience. How about mind and spirit resilience? Let's go to our chain link fence now. Make sure that you have the chain link fence that can twist and turn and move. And so let's make sure there's something behind your head, maybe a blanket or a block so that you have something soft behind your head. Bring both knees to chest, hands to knees. Rock side to side are one of our favorite poses of restorative, one says. Let's rock our knees to the right and come up into T shape with your arms, palms touching palms, looking towards that side with palms all the way, really long arms to that side, palm over palm in T shape arms. Turn your nose now deep into your palms are touching palms, and let's tie it to the breath. Inhale, lift your arm up and look up to sky. And as you exhale, let your arm on the left come all the way to the ground, back of palm, one hand. And then inhale, look up again and bring that arm above your head and turn towards your right side, palm to palm, and exhale. Together in unison, inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, look to the left all the way. Pause, inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, look up to sky. Exhale, back of palm reaches the ground. Find your own cadence with this movement moving through your spine like that chain link fence. Clink, clink, clink as you go all the way down the spine, adjusting for twists of golf, adjusting for paddle boards or gardening. But feel the spine now moving through spaces. 2 more times of this beautiful dance. Nice. Feel the shoulder gliding through space. Feel the posture becoming more and more open. And on your last one, take your arm out to the left and look to the left. And start to pull your shoulder wide on the left, looking to the left, and start to pull your belly button backwards into the spine and feel the QL muscle. Really pull the belly back in that position and have 3 breaths. Beautiful. Last breath. And then take your eyes in your arm and palm to palm, reach over to the other side. Pause a moment and open up your mouth with a ah. Bring both knees tight into chest, as tight as you can. Take that upper 2 fingers and hold on to the big toe of the upper leg and hold on to that toe, holding on to the toe. And then just stretch that leg along the floor, that upper leg, and see how far it will go. It's in front of you, so pull it in front of you and see how far the outside hamstring wants to stretch. It doesn't have to go far. And then start to pull the hip backwards, that upper hip, and have 3 or 4 breaths. Doesn't have to go far to stretch. Keep the breath flowing as you pull backwards and feel that beautiful motion of the hip and the leg responding. Last breath here. And then slowly release. Pause for a moment. Roll onto your back, hold one hand on each knee and circle the knees as big as you can. And open your mouth with a ah. Lovely practice, everyone. And then circle the knees singly in the other direction. Each knee is working. Nice practice. And then bring both feet to floor. Look around for your squishy ball. Hold it in your hand, that big squishy ball, and start to lift up and down in bridge as slow as you can, vertebra by vertebra. Keep moving through your spaces. And when your body is ready, lift up and put the squishy ball between your tailbone and your belly button. We've been in a twist shape. Now the body wants to go into an extension shape. It's a passive extension. Let's first extend the right leg. Let it hang on the floor. And then take the left arm and bring it in H shape above your head and see if you can get this crossover release of the arm and the opposite leg. How much can you let go of that right leg? And how much can you let go of the left shoulder? Ah, how resilient is my mind and spirit? We go to the extreme of one of my fave guys in literature called Nietzsche, and he says, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. Wow. Are you letting go now? It's the opposite. We're learning to release and let go. Resilience is accepting your new reality, even if it's less good than the one you had before. You can fight it. You can do nothing but scream about it, what you've lost. Or you can accept that and try to put it back together to something good. That was Elizabeth Edwards. She also says, if your heart is broken, make art with the pieces. Wow. How are you letting go with your shoulder? Many of us have a hard time letting go. We're fabulous at pushing and shoving. We want everything under our control. But now I want you to listen to the subtle pull on your back. If you listen carefully, there might be a second where it goes, oh, something released. I didn't even try. I just let go. I don't know why, but I just let go. The body is teaching us the difference between holding and letting go, not your mind, your body right now. All right, now I want you to add a pull of the leg away from your body and a pull of the arm away from your shoulders, and hold that for 3 breaths and feel the difference. Pull, pull, let those fan ribs, let it go. Pull, 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 pull. And then release with a ah. Listen carefully as you start to bend the right leg and bring the foot to the floor. Feel the resilience of the body to come back to neutral, and we wait. And then take that long arm above your head and bring it back down by your side, and pause and wait. Open up your mouth with a, bring both knees to chest. Hold on to the sides of your mat with your hands and bring both feet up to sky, and hold the feet to sky and widen the legs and bring them back in. Widen the legs. Start very slowly, holding on to your mat tight. Bring them in and out, inner thigh. And then as you bring them in and out, I want you to readjust your balance of your body, your resilience in your core. Bring the right hand above your eyes, straight above your eyes. Hold that pose, look right up. And then keep going and see how that feels, how quiet you can be. Oh, how quiet, in and out. And then change hands and see what happens with the other hand. In and out, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Pull that belly, use your core stabilization here. Pull, more core. And then slowly bring both hands to ground and pause, and bring both feet in and pause. And then pull your belly button in and pull your Mula Bandha, hold, and then bring both hands above your eyes and breathe. Pause, breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your knees, flex your heels, and lift your tail on and off your ball 4 or 5 times. And then open up your mouth with a ah. Bring your feet to the floor. Pause and do a little hula dance on your ball. Feel your back being supported here. Nice practice. The cacophony of the ball, that squishy sound. And then come to quiet and lift up off the ball and roll down and take the ball away, and pause when you get to the bottom and open your mouth with a ah. Bring one knee to chest and follow it with the other. Rock side to side. So in my corporation, we had a series of testing we would do for potential clients, for potential employees. Circle the back around in one direction. And this particular was the 3rd interview. So the first interview was, hello, how are you? Second interview was personality and values test. And third interview was the resiliency test, because we knew that if a team can have resilience, number one, a person has resilience, and then you have a bunch of people who are resilient, wow, phenomenal company growth. Let's take our bodies now to the left side. Palm over palm, nose to the ground. Make sure you have something behind your head that's soft, that you can feel on your roll, that you can enjoy it. Palm over palm, long arms. And let's breathe in unison. Inhale, eyes up, look up, lift up. And as you exhale, bring your long arm back of palm to ground. Inhale, lift back up, look up to sky. Exhale, palm to palm. Inhale, arm comes up, look up to sky. Exhale, back of palm comes to ground. Now continue that move at your own pace, knowing that we each have our own cadence of movement. And allow your nose to really tuck into the earth so that cervical spine that has to turn out of the driveway has a good range of motion. So let's look at the qualities on this test at our interview with staff. Number one question: are you positive with the world? The low score withdraws, is pessimistic and focus on danger. They give up early, and energy is spent about, what will this happen? What will that happen? The mood gets depressive if things get tough. The people who scored high in that category of positive with the world, they're engaging and optimistic, and they can focus. They look at the opportunities rather than the persisting negatives. Energy is spent in problem solving, and their mood, even though things get tough, they can bounce back. How did you do with the first quality on the test of positive with the world? And on your last one, bring your arm out to the side and take your nose to that side. Really turn your neck. Pause and relax your shoulders and breathe. And then slowly pull your belly button backwards towards your spine. And pause and wait. Pause and wait and feel that QL muscle, quadratus lumborum. It's in your back. It runs very deep. It gives us problems. And then release your belly and slowly and quietly bring your hand back to palm and open your mouth with a ah. The second quality, positive with yourself. Resilient people are positive with themselves. People who scored low on this test, they hold back and they feel like they're the victim all the time. They point to others. Others are always the problem. They worry too much, too often. People who scored high in this, they had good persistency and they could step in and they felt empowered. They could get to the performance goals. They brought talents to the table. Bring both knees tight into chest. Take your upper two fingers to the big toe. Pull that along the floor and just don't go too far. Just go until you feel a pull. And then pause and relax. And then pull the belly button back or the hip back and have a few breaths here. Pulling back this whole hip joint side. Breathe and hold. Lovely. Pull back one more time. Pause and wait. You people that are positive with the world and positive with yourself, those two qualities, what's number three? Slowly come back up to center and take one hand on each knee and circle your knees away from each other and open your mouth with a ah. Slowly circle in the other direction, pulling the lower back off the floor and seeing if it feels different. Number three is people who are highly resilient can focus. Are you directing your attention to the task at hand? Bring your feet to the ground and look around for your squishy ball. Roll up and down in bridge as slow or as fast as you choose, curling the tail under or whatever feels good for you to move through this space. People who scored low and focus, the priorities they couldn't prioritize, and they're very scattered in their energies. The people who scored high in focus could say no, and they could stay on track, and they could evaluate each opportunity. And should they spend the energy on that, they could clarify their priorities. Number 1, positive with the world, positive with others. Number 3, focused. How did you do? On your last lift, bring the ball between your tailbone and pause on top of your ball. Maybe rock side to side to give your lower back a bit of a massage out of all the twisting and turning and vibrating. And then come to quiet and take that left leg and extend it, that other leg and extend it. And focus on the heaviness of the leg. Highly resilient people can focus. Highly resilient people, number 4, are flexible with thought. The low scorers had one opinion at all times, or they had to pop to the next opinion rather than going along the spectrum, spending too much time with familiar. They couldn't come up with new thoughts. Whereas the high people, they could do both thinking. They could see gray, they could see white, they could see black, they could see everything, that it was along a continuum and all the possibilities of either or, all the possibilities of both and. Ooh, both and, either or. Take that arm now, opposite, and reach it above your head. How flexible are you in your thinking? Not only do we have flexible thoughts, these highly resilient people are flexible socially. Oh, wow. I have these friends that say yes, and then at the last minute they say no. I had 10 for dinner, now I have 4. Oh my gosh, what am flexible socially. Let it go. How much are you letting go of that leg and that arm? As an organizer, I know I have to be flexible with the world, because when I ask people to come, I never know who's going to show up. How are you with that? Inflexible with the world and socially, the low scoring person always wants to do it themselves. They always want to control it. They underestimate other people's ability, and they many times go into solitude, and they're pissed off if the world is flexible and they're not. Whereas the highly resilient in this category, they work collaboratively, they boost their energy by drawing on others, and they let things go that are not in their control. How did you do there? How are you doing with allowing your leg to be heavy and your shoulder to be heavy without force? Now I'd like you to put some force. Pull your fingers away from your shoulder and your feet away from your hips, and have 3 big, long breaths of really pulling and asking those joints to respond. Ah, yes, you've got it. And then very slowly release. And one by one, bring that arm down and pause. Open your mouth with a ah. And the other arm down and pause. And the leg, pause. And then slowly relax. Bring both arms now above your head with your legs straight along the floor. And allow the legs to be as wide as you can. So move them out and allow your arms to come together, palm to palm, touching palms. And intertwine your fingers and bring them to the floor. And turn your palms away from you. Now feel yourself, your ribs opening, your inner thighs pulling on your hips. And now let go of everything. Just stay in that pose and let it all go. Let your hips go, let your legs go, let your shoulders go, let your fingers go. What do you want to control here? Remember, we're practicing resiliency. letting go when appropriate, and holding on when appropriate. Are we ready? Pull shoulders as wide as you can, tuck chin, flex heels, and pull the legs wide away from you and have 3 delicious breaths like that. Oh, training the back in all different ways. Pull, 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 pull. And then let go with a ah. And all at once, bring everything in. Feet on the floor, hands down by your side. So you had to adapt quickly to a lot of changes. Harder to do. Resilient people have to know when to prioritize. And then very slowly roll all the way up into bridge, and it's only a phone, so relax, or it's only a watch, so relax. And then slowly roll back down and ask yourself, what do I want to do when the ball is taken away? Some of you might want to bicycle to move your hips. Some of you might want to scream and yell. Do I have any screamers or yellows like making some noise? I don't know. What do you want to do right now without the ball being behind your back? Take it away and move. Not only are resilient people positive with the world and themselves and focused, have flexible thoughts and are flexible socially, highly resilient people are very organized. They have structure and discipline generating the appropriateness of working systematically. When they have a low score in this area, they shift approaches. They're frequently impatient. They get frustrated. They keep structures in their head and don't share them with others. They waste time in disorder. We're highly people organized. They create and they stick to the system and they focus their energies on the structure. They build plans effectively and apply the resources of themselves through the structure as effortlessly as possible, coming out of your choice of pose. As we always do, roll onto your belly and make your shape into your sphinx, wherever it is. It can be palm over palm, or it can be up on elbows or up on hands. Move around in your extension position now that really pleases you anyway, holding or moving through shapes. The spine, once again, needs to adapt. And we pretty well always do Sphinx. We're positive with the world and ourselves. We're focused. We have flexible thoughts and we're flexible socially. We're organized. And lastly, we're proactive. We look at things that need to be changed before, and we face the uncertainty with bravery. Bravery and conviction. When they score low, people are so cautious that they like the status quo and they use their energy in always maintaining the status quo, and they don't want to look at things if they go wrong. If you score high in proactivity, you experiment and you focus on possibilities, the new, you redefine as you need. As I told my company, we redefine ourselves every year. We don't stay the same. All right, come palm over palm, bend your knees and start rocking your heels side to side, adding 2 actions now. We're adding extension. And when your body is ready, come onto all fours and start a fast cat-cow, because now I want your body to be resilient, that it knows how to stand and flex, so that when you get into those situations in life where you have to move quickly, your body has rehearsed them and you know. You might even try some down dogs or some planks, moving your tail around. What do you want to do right now in your experiment? You might really huff and puff. Maybe you've had enough and you want child's pose. And when your resilient body, mind, and spirit is ready, make your way back to your child's pose with flat toes and bring your arms wherever they're beckoning you and open your mouth with a ah. Roy Bennett, who's done a lot of work with resilience, he's written this really cool book called The Light in the Heart. He says, attitude is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Optimism is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever you choose wisely. Take your arms now into a second position, feeling our steadfastness of our mind and our willingness to be whatever emotion we feel. And then one more shape for the arms. Can you let go? Can you really let go rather than struggle? Can you let go a bit more? And as effortlessly as possible now, look around for your strap and your hard ball. Roll over onto your back, and if you choose to put something behind your head, please do. This is your practice, and you do know you are your greatest healer. So you choose where you're going, onto your back with something behind your head. Your strap and your hard ball or your spiky ball is there with you. And you pause for a moment in the shape that you've chosen. Open your mouth with a ah. Bend your knees and bring your feet flat to the ground. I'd like you now to examine where you have tension in your back with the myofascial release ball, which is your spiky ball or your hard ball. Lift your hip up and take the ball to your right glute max, the big mass, quite low down, and bounce around in that area or push or move side to side on the right side, feeling how it feels. Have you found a spot that has tension? And if you have, you might choose to hold the spot and bring the knee in and out into the chest and straighten it into the chest. See how that feels. Or on that spot, you might choose to straighten the leg and lift the leg, the straight leg up and down or in and out, or maybe a circle. Or you might choose to bring that right foot or that right side foot to the floor and just flap the knee out and in and see how that feels for you with the foot flat on the floor. So you know 3 ways to move the joint of the hip. Go to that spot that feels good for you. Then bring that foot flat to the floor and lift up into high bridge. And now you're going to bring it up a little bit further into what's called your glute median minimus. It's if you go from just above the tailbone, a little bit higher, and right out to the hip, there's a set of muscles there. And you're going to move through those muscles, maybe bouncing or whatever. And you might even find a spot that feels kind of, whoa, that feels good to stay there. And if you do find that spot, you can start to bring the knee in and out again to see how that feels for that lower back. Or you might have a straight leg and bring the leg up and down or in a circle. See what feels good on this side in that spot. Or you might choose to bend the knee and bring the foot flat to the ground and just Let the leg fall out to the side. It's called a clamshell leg, where the foot's flat and you just flop it out and in. Or you might even hold it out, because sometimes the joint wants to open up the muscle, and you might want to just push harder as you hold in that spot. What do you want to do right now at that spot? And then once again, come back to center, lift up off the ball, and take the ball between the tailbone and the belly button, right at the spine. So now we're doing a spinal stimulation. I'd like you to go between each of the joints, the facet joints in the back, and maybe move up one, maybe bounce a little bit or shake side to side, and then lift your hips and move it up a little higher. We hold a lot of tension between those bones of the back. Just really find a spot and move or bounce or even push and breathe. Push and breathe. And slowly come to quiet and lift up and take the ball away. And take that right leg and crisscross over the left. So there's no air between your legs. So the right leg and left leg are bent and you're squeezing the kneecaps together. Your arms come out into the letter T shape and we drop our knees to the left. And we look to the right. This muscles now, this whole set of muscles on that right side are now being pulled steadily as gravity pulls down. Can you release? Can you let the tension go out of those muscles? And then holding your pose, look around for your strap. Pause a moment as you get your strap. And then wrap the strap around that right arch of the foot and pull that leg up to sky. Open up your mouth with a wow. Listen to that right hip and lower back as you flex the heel to the sky. And then lift your chest and vertebra by vertebra, lift your nose towards your feet and have 3 breaths as you flex that heel, feeling the hamstring and lower back release. And then slide down your strap and bring your head to the floor. Open your mouth with a ah. Take the strap into the right hand. Take the left leg and extend it along the floor. Bring the left hand to the top of the hip on the left and start taking that leg on the right out to the side. Just let it fall out to the side and bring it back in. Fall out to the side. Ooh, releasing that hip joint. Move it any way that feels good in your resilient body, mind, and spirit. Try to push on your left hand now down on that hip, and you'll feel a pelvic pull across your body. Maybe in your lower back as you push down your left hand on your hip and in and out. And then on the last time, pushing down with your palm on the left side, let your leg fall out to the side. And then pull your belly button backwards to floor and your rib cage back to floor. Push your palm down on your hip and have 3 big breaths. And staying there, bend the knee on the left and put the foot flat on the floor. Bend the knee on the right and bring it back in. Take your strap away, bring one hand to each kneecap, flex the heels and run with your knees like really fast. Maybe make a sound or 2. Beautiful. Then pause, bring both feet to the floor and look around for your hard or spiky ball. Pick it up. Feel the difference between the right and left hip and lower back. Whoa. Amazing by showing up in class what you do. And when you're ready, lift your hips up and take the ball to the left butt and move around in that area. And you might choose again to bring the knee in and out. Or you might choose to have a straight leg and circle or move it some way that feels good for you. Or you might choose to bring your foot to the floor and just let your kneecap drop. You choose. Play around with your resilience. That butt pushes us up hills all the time. This is a place we hold old memories and stories in our hips. Is there an old story that you keep replaying, which is holding you back from letting go? Let it go. Then come to quiet and lift up and come up just above that big butt muscle into the glute medium minimus, it's called. They're partners for the glute max. And once again, you might push or shove or stay quiet. You might move the kneecap in and out, straight leg and bent. You might have a straight leg and move that straight leg up and down or circles. Or maybe you have your foot on the floor and you're just flapping your knee outward. Get to know what your body likes using your myofascial release ball. And go to that each practice when we use the ball. And then bring that foot to the floor. Lift back up and now go to the tailbone on the left side, and you're at the very base of that erector spinae muscles that go all the way up to your neck, and you're just doing down in that load part. We carry a lot of load down there in the sacrum and lumbar. You might bounce or you might wobble. You might push or rock or roll. Then lift up and come up just below your belly button now and use those muscles, those discs between the bones. Really get engaged in your resilience. Positive with the world, positive with yourself. Focused, organized, proactive. Come to quiet, lift all the way up, take the ball away and roll vertebra by vertebra, and then pause and allow the reaction of the movement that you created to really sit in the joy of it all. And then when you're ready, crisscross your legs with no air between your legs. Bring your arms out in T shape, palms facing down for balance. And slowly drop your knees to the other side. Going all the way to the right as far as you can with no air between your legs. If it gets too much, unhook your legs if you choose. Look towards your left side. Can you let go now and feel the big pull on your back? And if you choose to accentuate, you're going to close your ribs and pull your belly into floor and have 3 big breaths. A little bit more resilience in your lower back twist. Practicing it. And then release with a ha. Look around for your strap and wrap it around the arch of your foot. Come back to center and lift that heel on the left up to sky. Pause. Lift your chest all the way up towards nose to toes. Pull it up, one more walk up. Then take your right leg and extend as you bring the head back down to the ground. And take your strap in your left hand. Take your right hand to your hip and push down on your hip. Start to move that left leg out and in or around or whatever feels good. It might be big, it might be small. Where does it want to go? You might rock or you might hold the hip down. You choose what you want to do right now. And slowly let that leg fall out to the side. Take your right hand and let's have 3 breaths as we pull the belly ribs into floor, tucking chin deep, palm down. Inhale, push, exhale, release. Inhale, push down. Exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, push down. Exhale, release. Start to bend the knee on the right, foot flat. And then bend the knee on the left, foot flat, and bring them both in and let go of the strap and do whatever feels grand for your body right now. Opening up your mouth with a nice practice, everyone. Where is your body moving to right now? Ask it, where do you want to go? Discover where it's going. See if you can your mind can follow your body, not your mind leading. Watch it with amazement where the next pose or the next movement might be. Let's bring the feet to the floor. Look around for your squishy ball. And put the squishy ball behind your neck. So your head now is on the squishy ball with it in the nape of your neck. I'd like you to tuck your nose as deep as you can into your chest. And then bring your arms in wide Y above your head. Not only do the shoulders have to pull down, it has to pull up too. So with that shape of your arms in wide Y, tuck chin, pull your shoulders up to your ears and hold. And then as slow as you can, pull down, pull, pull. Shrug quick, pull down slow. Shrug slow now, slow, slow, shrug, shrug, pull down quick. Shrug slow, pull down quick, and release. Open your mouth with a ah. Turn your nose all the way to the right. On the in-breath, I want you to push on your ball, and on the out-breath, release. Inhale, push on your ball. It's for people who get migraines. Exhale really helps with blood flow to brain. Inhale, push down, push, push, push. Exhale. One last time, push. Exhale. Bring your head back to center and open your mouth with a ah. Bring your hands onto your belly and pause. Bring your arms now up in narrow Y shape. We're doing asymmetric motion. Right shoulder squeezes up to the ears slowly, and right shoulder only pulls down fast. Right shoulder pulls up, up to ears, and pull down fast. One more time, up to shoulders, slow, and then pull down fast. Open mouth with a, ah. Let's go to the left side. Squeeze up, slow, pull down fast. Up, slow, pull down fast. Turn your head to the left now. Open your mouth with a, and start to bounce and push. Wherever you feel the tension in that cord of the neck, that muscular structure. And then release and come back to center. Bring our hands down by our side and watch the change of shape. Make a sound. Bring both knees and feet together. Walk the feet as wide as your mat. Turn your toes out. And like sticky glue, the legs aren't going to come apart, but your right knee drops towards the ground as your left knee pulls tight in. Right knee drops towards the ground. Left knee pulls in, and feel that big, huge stretch. Keep going, keep going. A little bit more. Pull it in, both legs. Pull, 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 pull. And then come back up to center with that. And then try the other side now, the left side. Roll it in. That's it. Squeeze both knees, internal rotation of the hip joint we need. So are both knees touching from the groin down to the knees? Or are they apart? Are both feet as wide as you can on your mat? And then come back up to center with a All right. Keep those knees together. Keep those feet wide. Turn your toes out and drop that right knee down. Keep the left knee tight, tight. Don't let the left knee come out. Doesn't matter how far you go. Squeeze the butt on the left. Squeeze, squeeze, activate. Get that internal rotation. Many athletes don't have good internal rotation. And then release the butt. Come back up to center. Open your mouth with that. Let's go to the other side now. Roll that left knee in and really fire that butt. Fire. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. How much internal rotation do you have? Squeeze. Is that stuck hip giving you grief? Probably. And then let go of the butt with a bring both soles of feet together. Let knees drop out to opposite way and relax. Watch the body. Feel the body and allow things to happen. Bring your arms up in Y shape above your head. Let your rib cage fan, let your jaw be loose. Rosemary Troma, as you know, sends me a poem every day. This one I particularly love, called Resilience. Into my hand, she pressed a smooth rock. She'd painted copper in all capital letters, turquoise and navy, and she's written the words resilience. Beneath it, she's drawn a lopsided smile, and I thought of her own spiraling and dancing with death that she did in her health. 2 years later, she volunteers to teach in schools and dances before every breakfast with her husband in their living room. She finds compassion for tough neighbors, and she welcomes the wayward into her home. She knows in every cell of her body, the definition of resilience. And so when she offered me resilience on a rock, I felt it. The full invitation to be both grounded and vital, to be both solid and springing. the chance to be both the anchor and the hand that reaches as if to say, come on, let's leap and live. Very slowly bring your hands down by your side and allow your spine to come back into a different shape, and slowly bring your knees together. And all that's left is your short Shavasana. That quiet time of maybe your blankie or your pillow. What feels good for you right now? My body is resilient. My mind is resilient. I will not give in to total sadness. I will not let my thoughts control what I do and feel. I won't give up. I will stay positive and work with solutions. My life looks good, even with all the positive and negative things in it. I allow myself to be happy. I am enough, and I am complete. Start to move fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, whatever works for you right now. Maybe open your mouth with a ha, or maybe even a cough. What do you want to do right now? Maybe stretch your arms above your head. Have 3 big pulls. Ah, thank you, world, for your resilience. Spring comes every year, fall comes. You are such a resilient identity, world. I love you. Thank you, universe, for supplying oxygen. Bring both knees to chest. Resilience surrounds us. And roll towards me. Pause for a moment, allowing yourself to feel that last bit of grace and gratitude. And then push your way up to sitting. For all of you beauties out there, physically or not physically online with me, I send you all the resilience of the world. Namaste. Thank you.